This is Masavana Satori Wabi-Sabi, and this is my 72-year-old neighbor's dog. His name is Jasper. Say hi, Jasper. Well done. My 72-year-old neighbor who lives alone can't really do some of the things that she needs to do to live alone. So for the last decade, I've done many things for her. I do all her shopping, grocery, pharmacy. I mow her lawn. I come over once a week and gather up her trash and take it to the curb. I shovel her driveway in the winter. One of the other things I do is her laundry. And back in November, I had to report to her that both her washer and dryer were on the fritz. So she did some shopping online and determined that she wanted to go to Lowe's Home Improvement to buy a new washer and dryer. They had a big sale going on at the time. So back on December 1st, my 72-year-old neighbor, and I took her, so that's why I know all this, she purchased from Lowe's Home Improvement. Here you can see the receipt for the purchases she made back on December 1st, 2021. A refrigerator for $1,169. She paid for delivery and installation, the connector that went with the ice machine, a gas dryer, and she also bought a matching washer with the dryer, but that's on a different receipt, and it hasn't been a problem at all. And she paid for the warranty and delivery and installation on all of it, and you can see that all the way back on December 1st, she paid for all of it. Now, she received the 3 items over the course of like the next 2 months. The washing machine came first, and that was installed by the delivery guys fine. Several weeks later, the dryer came, and I had to install that because the people they sent had no idea how to work with gas, and they were going to blow the house up, so I did that for her. And then several weeks after that, about 6 weeks ago now, the refrigerator came. Within a week of being delivered, the refrigerator stopped working. It's a $1,169 refrigerator, $1,200 refrigerator, and it stopped working within a week. So she had to call for, and she has extended warranties on all of these. And she had to call Lowe's for several weeks. She had to battle with them to get them to finally send a repair person out to try to fix the fridge. And the repair person came out and determined that the fridge was unfixable, and it was agreed upon that they would just give her a new fridge. So she had to go back and forth without an ice maker, buying a bag of ice every day, which I had to go and buy for her for weeks. And finally, she got a hold of them, and they got an arrangement, but they told her that they were going to have to take the broken fridge away before they could give her a new fridge. She's now been without a fridge for 5 days, and I'm going to show you in a minute about that. And she has more than $1,000 of food that has rotted because of the water line. The water in her house has had to be off for the last 3 days. Now, I'm sure there's some kind of way that I can cap that line so that the water can remain on without water pouring all over the house. But I've had to do so much, I haven't had the time to look at that. So what I've had to do is 4 to 6 times a day, I have to come over here for the last several days just to turn the water on and off. I'll come over, turn the water in the house on. What I have to do is I have to take that water line and run it over to the sink, because the minute the water in the house is on, water starts pouring out of this line. So I tape it into the sink, turn the water on long enough for her to take a shower, flush the toilet, cook some food, clean something, whatever she's got to do. And then so I wait around, and then I turn it off, and then I take the line back down, but you can't use the kitchen with its line running across like this, and the dogs won't go outside, and they have a doggy door, and they need that doggy door to be able to do their business. So I've had to go buy a bag of ice like every other day for 5 weeks. All the expenses as it relates to gas and the ice itself just thrown away. All my time. I had to install the refrigerator when it originally came, because the guys they sent to deliver the original refrigerator didn't know how to install it, so I had to do that. And then when the guys came to take it away several days ago, the refrigerator, as it was broken, they didn't know how to take it apart to get it out, so I had to take it apart for them to get it out. And it's been several days now, and it's Saturday, and tomorrow's Sunday, and they're not coming today, and they're not coming tomorrow, so it will have been almost a week, assuming they come first thing in the morning on Monday, that this person who has already paid them for the refrigerator that they sold her that did not work, she has incurred an incredible amount of loss between the ice and the gas. Me too, the gas. this thousand, at least with the crazy prices of groceries right now, and all that meat that have been out of the refrigerator for, by the time Monday morning comes, almost 7 days. It's all ruined. Most of it's ruined now. And we've still got multiple days before a best case scenario resolution comes to this. And this is all about Lowe's Home Improvements trying to screw over an old woman who they think lives alone and they can get away with doing this to. And I'm asking Twitter out there to please, anything you can do to encourage Lowe's Home Improvement. If you feel like this woman has been wronged, if you could let Lowe's Home Improvement know that in one way or another, maybe we can help this woman get a refrigerator back in her house and get some water back in her house. She can't even have water because of these people and their terrible mistakes. Realize she paid them all the money. They sold her a fridge that was a lemon, and they've made her swallow all the consequences of their problems. And it's just shameful. But they'll take this old woman and they'll buck her over and then hide behind email addresses they don't answer and phone numbers that they don't respond to. Lowe's Home Improvement, you're enormous pieces of shit for what you've done to this woman. And God forbid I bump into one of you fucking CEO suit-wearing motherfuckers who think you can get away with shit like this. Because I'll bust your ass down. I will bust your ass down. This is where her refrigerator should be. It's been gone for several days. There's the water line, which should go to the refrigerator, but because there is no refrigerator, it is here. And when the water's on, I have to run it over here to the sink so that the water pours out. And like I said, I'm sure I can probably cap that, but I don't have time to look into that or to go get the stuff I would have to do to get it. So what I do is when the water's finally off, because the dogs won't walk through here to get to the doggy door back there, so I have to turn the water on, get everything done that needs water, and then turn it off, and then I'll take this off and have to put it over here so the dogs can get outside. Here is that entire box down here, except for the 2 bags of fruit, is all frozen meat that is rotted, no good. There's more meat, milk. Another meat, milk, vegetables, all rotten. You can see totally unfrozen. You can see that ground turkey just turned colors. It's all rotten. There's more. All of this food is rotten and no good. At the prices of groceries this day, there's $1,000 worth of groceries here that are just destroyed thanks to Lowe's Home Improvement. And they would have you believe, with everything they've done to this woman, that it's not their fault.